Hi, I'm Sonal Prabhu, and I work as a full stack developer at a startup called CWoD. And I work on the main stack, which consists of Angular. Now, a little bit about the project. So, we are working on the problem statement given by the company Groww, which is to have a chatbot which appears on all the pages and which shows a set of FAQs based on the current page the user is in, and also based on the user that is interacting with the chatbot. So first we'll talk about the front end. So I'll tell you about three things. First is how the FAQs change based on the page that the user is in. Second, how the FAQs change based on the user, like either generic or specific if the user is logged in. And third is some P2 requirements that will help the user further. So first, now we can see that the user is on the stocks page. So the questions that come here are based on the stock. If the user is on the mutual funds page, the questions that arise are per mutual fund. If the person is on a specific product page, then we get generic questions about the product. So this is the first point. The second point is how the questions change based on the user. So this user has their KYC completed. So when we see the stocks page, we see that we only have the questions on stock. But if we see the specific product page, we can see that apart from generic questions, we also have questions based on the person's previous order or future orders. Now, for a user whose KYC is not completed, we can see that the first questions that appear are based on the KYC, and then the questions are based on the current page. And similarly, if we go to the orders page, the questions change. And if we go to the accounts page, the questions change. Okay, so now to the third part, that is some of the P2 requirements. So first thing here is we have introduced like and dislike button. So based on this, when you see the questions next time, based on your like, you can see the order in which questions appear changes. And second thing is users can set a max number of orders per day. So the max number of order is 1. So if you try to place more orders than your max order, we get an alert from the chatbot saying you have exceeded the orders for today. So now we have seen how the context changed based on the page, users, and some additional features. Now Arnab will explain about the backend.
Hello, Groww and Crio team. I am Arnab, Ghosh, working as a stack developer at Tata Consultancy Services with over 1 year experience. I will demonstrate the context design and the admin-level customizations. So let's get started. We have designed a tree-like architecture of handling the user context and the page context in the backend. The model name, which is responsible for this, is the category. The FAQs or the questions are linked with the leaf nodes of this category tree to resolve the response required by the front end. For example, if we have a root node, then category 1, category 2, category 3, which is a leaf node, and that at the end we have the FAQs linked with them. This is the way we are categorizing the questions. Now let's see that how we are doing it. So let's say this is our category tree that we have, and this is the root node, and we have several child nodes: stocks, FPs, mutual funds. Let's say a user is on the orders completed page. So when that user will click on the chatbot, he or she will get the FAQs linked with this orders completed section because we have categorized them that root orders completed. This is the way we are categorizing the questions and sending the response. This is a very extensible way, a clean way to do it, and this can be used across other websites as well. Only the data may change. So this is the way we are rendering it. So now let's move to the admin portal. So you can see that this is our admin portal. So we can add a question and add a category. So let's add a question. Let's select a category. We can have a check whether answer dynamic or not dynamic. If it's dynamic, we can select the functions that we can have. We can write custom functions and we can attach to them for rendering the answer. For non-dynamic answers, we have to write the hard-coded answers like this. Let's say we add another answer. We can add the answers like this in several steps so that it will have a much better UI experience. So now click on submit. its FAQ is submitted. Add category. So parent node will be, let's select a parent node as, let's say, orders. Category name as new category. Is not leaf node. If it's not a leaf node, we can add several child categories. So add another child node and click on submit. So it's successfully submitted. So let's log out of this application. So now let's move to the backend architecture. So we have designed the API reference using Swagger, and we have several APIs under it. So let's illustrate this get all categories. We will click on this execute. You can see that it returns an array of the categories that we have, the principal categories: stocks, gold, FDs, mutual funds. Likewise, the other API endpoints you can also see, and you can have a better view of it. The schema that we have used, this is the main schema, the category schema. Along with that, we have other schemas as well. For the category, we have category name, subcategory ID, hash subcategory, FAQ ID, and we have given the little description of them also, that what is the function of that. Now let's talk about the stack that we have used. For the backend, we have used Node.js and Express.js along with MongoDB, and just for the jest and super test for the test suite. For the admin, we have used React.js, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and Material UI. This is the public repository. We will give the link to this GitHub repository in our video description. And as part of the improvisations that we can have in this project is that we can make a data analytics model to have a more sophisticated control on the order of the questions, along with the like and the dislike button that we have, so that it can have a better UI experience that we can make to the end users. And we have added some screenshots to our applications also. We have deployed our applications also on Heroku and Netlify as well. So this was our demo. Thank you for watching.